It is 3:05 at Jay's Geek House. Therefore, nobody's awake, so they're not going to hear me do this stupid Dr. Claw impression at the very beginning of a stream in the middle of the night.
Oh, I gotta stop doing that crap. May I have your attention, please? Will the member of the audience who just lost their hearing aid please report to guest services located on the main concourse level? Okay, enough randomness. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, having some fun on stream while I still can. We've gotten a lot of good news and bad news with the 9-to-5ers. One of them is that we've kicked ass so much as a building during the pandemic that we will be getting raises for 2021, and they are pretty good, actually, including night shift in particular kicking ass, despite people not wanting to work night shift for us for whatever reason, varying reasons, actually. And all the other weird stuff that's been going on is actually part of the raise, is a raise in the differential for the night shift folks. So just kind of a way to attract people more and more to the shift with the differential for all them night owls out there who don't mind staying up all night. You know, I've actually read some stuff my dad wrote about his career and the jobs he had in his working years before he retired. And he actually preferred staying up late. Apparently this night owl thing is a thing in the family. So no, he always hated getting up. He hated getting up super early in the morning. Even today, retired and whatnot, it will be sunlight. There will be sunlight out when he's getting up. He doesn't want to get woken up by an alarm clock at 4 o'clock in the morning ever again. And he is very glad that he's gotten to that stage in his life where he can shoot the alarm clock, the bird, so to speak, flip it off, and then never throw it in a closet, never to be seen ever again. Unless there's some weird reason why he would want to actually use an alarm clock. But hey, night shift affords you that same luxury if you're not constantly staying up until sunrise like I've been screwing up doing. Last night, I was up way too late trying to record a YouTube video. Proof, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm still actually trying to do that. Don't worry, folks. If any of you think that I've become this corrupted by Twitch YouTube guy who's going to be always a Twitch streamer, that is not going to be the case. I think Twitch, actually, when it comes to streaming, is outdated. I think YouTube is on the rise, and YouTube will take the crown within a couple of years, tops. And when that happens, people are going to start thinking about what YouTube has to offer and what it means to be multi-genre, not even multi-platform, but just something besides a streamer all the time. Because you have one platform that has so much lovely integration between streams, previews, and videos. You know, I think Twitch's days are numbered. That they have to scramble to stay competitive. Of course, I do want Twitch to be around because I want YouTube and Facebook to have competition. Can you folks imagine what it'd be like if it was just YouTube and Facebook to choose from? Facebook actually is a copycat in some ways. They chase after technology like YouTube, but it infamously is known for not working very well. Yeah, cold ones. I'm doing a stream at 3 in the morning after a long night at night shift and night shift night, blah, 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 blah. And the nights are going to get longer. All right, so the good news was we're getting raises. So that's cool. Woohoo! What's specific to my situation, though, is that with the seniority level that I am at, this raise pushes this warehouse job into the salary range of entry-level IT. Not entry-level IT as in 50,000 plus pre-tax, those wonderful numbers I heard in college, but some of the redneck IT that I've seen out here in this area, I've been at this place long enough. People are, where tech background, working in a warehouse, what's your problem? Well, now I've been there long enough that it doesn't make any sense for me to get back into technology, as I've seen tech people get devalued, laid off, and outsourced over and over and over again. Just nobody respects tech people around here. It's better to be a tech-savvy person on a team who can surprise people with your tech skills or use a lot of computers to do your job better than it is to actually help people with their computers. You know, in Massachusetts, I've seen want ads for entry-level IT, help desk, $12 an hour, the minimum wage in Massachusetts at the time. Congratulations, everybody. Helping people with their computers is now as devalued as flipping burgers at McDonald's or whatever. And people wonder why I didn't, and people wonder why I'm not IT. So the title of the stream tonight is Gutting the Twitch Stream, because it's time. It's time to sharpen the axe, figuratively, of course. I would probably destroy this perfectly good TV. I was like, yeah, Twitch channel, goodbye. No, yeah, please, people, know what a freaking figure of speech is. But it's just, I'm done being disappointed. And at the same time, I talk about Twitch being a secondary channel to my YouTube channel. And you know what? Let me just say something about the people on YouTube. Oh, no. Let's finish one thought at a time. The good news and the bad news with the 9-to-5ers. Good news, the raises. Bad news, we are getting pummeled this month. It'll probably be a bunch of overtime, but I pretty much won't be doing anything except working and sleeping for at least a week or two, maybe right up till Christmas. So we are absolutely getting pummeled. Now, the raises for the folks on the team take effect at the start of the year, but the raises for anybody coming on board are like the people that are coming in through agencies and whatnot have been expedited. So anybody who comes in, puts in the work, is going to get paid very handsomely compared to what these folks paid their non-cores before. I don't know if that's really enough. I'm not so sure that the solution to our persistent problems with people not sticking around has to do with wages. I think wages are part of it. You can attract people with wages, but at the same time, the big thing that a lot of these old guard folks who've been with the company for years need to remember is put themselves in the mindset of one of these temps, people going around the agency circuit, especially when with the local warehouse scene, there are warehouses that will direct hire you. So you won't have to do the temp nonsense where you la-di-da as a temp for a couple of months and then maybe you get hired on. I mean, it's a different world than it was when I first got into this stuff in 2004, just to have a job close to home until something technical opened up that I could go start a career at. It's a very different world. So, and it's a very different industry, and it's a very different scene around here than it was when I first got involved. The old ways of doing things are not going to work. The other wild card we have to remember is the Affordable Care Act. One of the draws to a large company like where I'm at is the greater negotiating clout when it's time to negotiate benefits. You see some of these small businesses, and maybe even these agencies as small businesses, if they offered health insurance to their permatemps who are always jumping from assignment to assignment, they will get absolutely fleeced by the insurance companies. My dad can tell you a few things about that. We compared numbers one time for health insurance, co-pays, deductibles, all this other stuff. And yeah, so the small businesses got absolutely mega screwed at the negotiating table. But it was the only way to have insurance, and thanks to the individual mandate, it was mandatory. I go to Access Health Connecticut, and I see what's happened to the premiums and the deductibles there. I think that even with healthcare reform, we are back to where we were before we had it. The costs are so disgusting at this point that the only real form of American healthcare is don't get sick, which I'm sure is quite a tall order in the middle of this pandemic, especially as people are now la-di-dying around for the holidays, and who knows where this thing's going to go. But I've looked at the numbers, and it's pathetic. It's really pathetic that things have to be the way that they are, even with marketplaces in a liberal state. So it's beyond ridiculous. Connecticut is one of the bluest blue states in the country, and we're a maker state, not a taker state. We send more money to Washington than we get back in federal aid and programs. We bankroll a lot of stuff in this country. And yet, Access Health Connecticut has so many garbage plans on there that, you know, you can get some cheapo insurance, but if you ever have to use it, it'll be about as bad as if you didn't have it in the first place. So, I don't think wages are the only thing that's going to solve this problem. I think, number one, we have to rethink the temp thing, because no matter how sexy temp work is, how much they jazz it up so it looks more interesting, it's still temp work. You're still not a real member of the team. You're still a disposable temp that can be cut at any moment. You still have an inferior attendance system compared to the people that work there. You also don't have benefits either. So, I mean, if you make equal pay, yay, cool. Makes me wonder how the agency's making any money, because the way agencies often make money is skimming off the top of your wages. So a company, so an account with these agencies will pay X dollars per, the same labor dollars for you, but the agency will take a cut of every hour of wages that you earn, and that's how they make their money. So I don't know how they're able to do what it is going on with these folks, but the bottom line with all of this is that I don't think just throwing more money at the situation is going to solve it. There needs to be a better experience. People need to be welcomed as teammates a lot more, and we cannot be the only site that makes people mess with temp agencies when other places will direct hire, and people can skip, the larger gap in the insurance coverage and other stuff under the Affordable Care Act and all the other stuff that's in play nowadays. So it's just, I think the 9-to-5ers are trying to do stuff, but I think fundamentally we're going to get pummeled. And that's before we talk about whoever suddenly finds out, whoops, they came down with COVID during Thanksgiving or Black Friday. Now they're out on quarantine leave. And they have to get cleared to return to work, except unless it's the nightmare situation that I'm thinking about. Here's the nightmare situation that I think everybody needs to be vigilant for as we go to work between now and Christmas. Is the down fan rattling plastic bits again? I gotta fix that. Yep. Turn off the down fan.
Got it. Turning off down fan.
No, it's the furnace. Turn on the down fan. Turn on the down fan.
Got it. Turning on down fan.
Thank you. It's colder now. It's colder now. We're actually going to use the heat. That means the furnace will be making some noise. Whatever. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the nightmare situation that I'm thinking of here. Recent research on COVID is talking about this period of extreme contagion from 2 days before you start showing symptoms to 5 days after. So however contagious somebody is, it amplifies apparently during this time period. The disturbing part is that it starts before symptoms show up. Again, with pre-symptomatic stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff if you actually follow the science on people trying to figure this virus out. So there are actually a bunch of, here we are going to talk, take things in a very crappy direction here. But there were sewage technicians who study wastewater and things like that. And what they found is that people start shedding the virus quite literally before they start showing symptoms. So if people are pre-symptomatic, the virus starts showing up in sewage coming out of a place. So yeah, apparently science of dealing with this thing has totally gone to crap, but whatever. But here's the more disturbing part, though, is this window of extreme contagion from 2 days before to 5 days after that scientists are talking about now. So here's the nightmare situation that I'm thinking of. Careless person antagonistic to the pandemic contracts COVID-19. They come down with it, but they don't know it yet. The incubation period takes about a week. They start to show symptoms after they've gone through the first 2 days of that hot zone when they're highly, highly, highly contagious. And don't forget, they don't like wearing masks. So they're like trying to get away with not wearing their mask at work, putting it down under their nose, on their chin, blah, 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 blah. And they don't know they're sick yet. But they also don't know that they're extremely contagious to everyone around them. Then they start to develop symptoms. And despite the guidance from HR, they know that there's a ton of overtime and they're going to get knocked down to unemployment if they can get the paperwork to go through, if they have to leave work. And they are so full of themselves, so completely full of themselves, that they're in denial that they've come down with it. So they take OTC medications to try and suppress the symptoms and work sick until they can't do it anymore and they get sent home. But by then, they'll have spent maybe several days during the hot zone for contagion, putting their coworkers at risk, working sick. Back in the spring, I entertained, nightmare situations of people working sick, but now with the holidays and the overtime, people that are going to try and tough it out have even more reason to do so. Yeah, the policy is if you show symptoms on the COVID list, you go home. So what they do, they don't want to lose more money than necessary, and they're stuck up and only think about themselves because, like I've been telling these managers, they're only as good as the worst attitude about the pandemic in their building. If they have people that are antagonistic to the pandemic, downplay it, deny it, those things that YouTube has the policy about medical misinformation because of, they can't be on this team. They have to go. They got to be fired, furloughed, laid off, suspended, whatever it takes. They are a risk to the business at a critical time when we need people there and we need people working. We cannot be having new people come in and being trained when we're getting pummeled into 12-hour overtime or something, or extra days, because we're just going to get slammed. So yeah, somebody got sick. Now we're losing core members of the team. Maybe it's someone who can drive a lot of fork trucks. Now we've lost that person right in the middle of everything getting clobbered. I can't be the most paranoid person in the building. These managers should have their tinfoil heads on by now. Because if we have people that are look, I'll say it as many times as I need to. These people are not managing people anymore. They're managing attitudes and the team's viability and the viability of a business, which goes directly to whether they look competent enough to do their jobs, is directly tied. To people's attitudes. Whoever has the worst attitude puts the team at risk. The business is at risk if we tolerate people we should not be tolerating. The end. We'll see what happens. I can say this. I've noticed a direct correlation between how good of a team member somebody is and mask iffiness. All the best people I work with have zero problems with masks unless one breaks or something, and then they're running around trying to get another one ASAP because they actually care about doing the right thing. What a coincidence, right? That some of the very best people on our team right now, who we don't want to lose because some idiot gives them this thing, by the way, also are the best with the masks. Who would have thought the people that are the best with the masks are the best people on the team that get a lot of work done and don't start drama? What a concept! The worse people are with masks, the worse they are overall. Who'd have thunk it, right? It's almost like this is a referendum or a gut check or acid test or litmus test or whatever you want to call it for how well people can follow directions and work together as a team properly. Crazy. Now let's talk about Twitch, the reason why we're here. I'm here tonight, specifically, cross our fingers for what happens during this wild mess we're about to go through, especially when it is Wednesday, the 2nd of December. The incubation period for the people that got this thing over Thanksgiving and Black Friday should be coming to an end. And we'll see how long they try to tough it out in denial, trying to suppress whatever symptoms they have and bring down their fever with Tylenol or whatever until they just can't do it anymore, and then they're forced home. They will be going home if they are caught with this thing right around the time the volume's exploding in the warehouse. I am not looking forward to next week. Let's try not to think about it, and let's cross that bridge when we get to it, because I am anticipating a disaster if we have too many people who are too antagonistic about this thing that were having a blast during Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Such is the world we live in, where people think that democracy means that stupidity deserves an equal seat at the table with people actually putting in the work and knowing what they're talking about. Now, let's see if we can talk about Twitch. I'm gutting the Twitch channel tonight. I am done with the disappointment. So many things that we can talk about leading up to this. Let's start with Ashney Christ. Content creator, Twitch person, I can tell because of the way she approaches YouTube. Made a video called DMCA Isn't the Only Problem for Twitch Streamers. Now, I just wanted to clear something up with my audience. It is easy to think when you encounter this video that it is a hard counter to what I have to say about Twitch. The DMCA is Twitch's death angel. It is the change or die moment that will sink the platform if Twitch doesn't come up with a solution. Besides, just delete your clips and VODs so you don't get strikes. Let's recap the most basic thing here. YouTube has Content ID. Facebook went out and bought a license for its streamers on Facebook Gaming. The other major platforms have done more to support their creators in avoiding DMCA strikes than Twitch. The other platforms have objectively done a better job. So, it is the showstopper. Because of this, I'm going to get ahead of the... we already know that there are Twitch streamers that are barfing content onto YouTube now. VODs, clips, highlights. Literally the only thing on Twitch that survives any length of time among the most paranoid of these streamers is the live feed for whatever they're doing right then in the moment. But literally everything else, I mean, you're talking people who use Twitch as a venue now. Not to say that DMCA is the reason why all this happened. DMCA is actually the catalyst and the accelerant, so to speak. What made this a lot worse? Previously, for discoverability reasons, people were barfing VODs and highlights and making, highlights videos over to YouTube. So, but now you've got all of this VOD stuff coming over, which is basically stream footage, the equivalent of a stream replay. Not to say YouTube can't handle that, because YouTube streaming is pretty evergreen as well. When you record a stream, the recording becomes something evergreen. Actually, it's Alfred over at Alfred TV that I checked this for. He's been streaming for a couple of years now, and on YouTube. And I looked at some of his YouTube streams back in the days when I didn't understand why he was streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. Who's laughing now? Huh? Yeah, Alfred. But there are some streams from a couple of years ago still on his channel. So YouTube is a mature video platform. It does handle streams in an evergreen fashion. I'm just making spin-off videos because the processing is faster. Stream processing is pretty slow. And since I have a largely empty chat most of the time, it's more worth it to make spin-off videos. Plus, there's a cloud editor. So, there's a cloud editor that you can use to make whatever you want out of your streams after the fact. So, it's not like Twitch at all. This is way more robust features. Even the detail. The YouTube cloud editor goes down to the frame, whereas the Twitch highlight maker only goes down to the second. So, way more precision there. There's even a zoom slider. Much applauds to the YouTube live team for how they try to improve streaming on YouTube. It's the principal reason why YouTube is my streaming platform now, and Twitch is only going to get secondary, sidecar channel, more niche stuff. So, let's talk about this Ashney video. Don't really talk about Ashney Christ too much because she has a lot in common with somebody I went no contact with who outed themselves as a covert narcissist. And between the way she acts on her videos versus the way she acts on Twitter, just a little spat in the DMs earlier when she didn't like the idea of managing an image, even though it's critical to brand management. So you talk about building a brand, and yet you'll say in a DM that you don't like the idea of acting like a politician and managing images. Yeah, it's just something you have to reconcile. And then unfollowing me specifically after I say, hey, it's part of business management. You want to be a badass boss lady, you're going to have to address this. But she's not really the kind of person that I can really jive with anymore because of these issues, as well as the baggage on her Twitter. Yeah, look, when you're a different person on Twitter than you are on your streams and videos, people notice. Same thing, too, if you're a different person in your Discord than you are everywhere else. People pick up on this, they get bothered by it, they stop watching. or it's a deterrent to your growth, and it's something that slows down what it is that in terms of your success. And people go looking for people that don't have baggage to watch. Whoever has the least baggage gets the most viewers. I mean, it's the same thing. There's a lot of very popular American streamers on Twitch that I do not watch because they have checkered backgrounds. They've been immature, or they've gotten caught up in some drama, or they just don't seem like good people that I'd want to associate with. So I watch a lot of people from overseas, folks in Korea. The KIRLs and Twitch's weak algorithms have been recommending some new KIRL streamers for me to watch more on Twitch in case yet another one of these streamers takes a streaming break. So Ashley did have a point about the whole labor law thing, but that's really just grasping at academic stuff. I just want to say to the people who follow what I do on here, you may think that her video called DMCA isn't the only problem for Twitch streamers unless she changes the title after the fact. I've already caught her changing titles and thumbnails after the fact, making old videos look like new videos, which is something I do not support. It's deceptive to your audience. It'll drive them away when they think that you're trying to mess with their heads. It truly is nothing like seeing a video that you don't recognize because of the title and thumbnail, and then seeing the red bar underneath, and you're like, YouTube says I've already watched this before. And then you find out it's a video you have already watched. Just they've been changing. Someone like less than 2 weeks after uploading it is changing the thumbnail and the title because they don't like the views. Like, whatever, man. If I'm still seeing it in the algorithm, it's too soon. If it's something that pops up once in a while, then yeah. Under YouTube's infamous watch it again category. But here's the thing. To my audience that may think that Ashney is hard countering me, don't assume it. Someone liked one of my comments on one of Harris Heller's videos. Yay! Don't assume that she's trying to hard counter me, because number one, you're kind of putting words in her mouth. Number two, if she is hard countering me, it's not a very good hard counter. It's a terrible hard counter, actually. If Ashney is quietly seeing the stuff I'm saying about Twitch and trying to come up with hard counter material for YouTube videos, she's doing a very miserable job of it. Because if this were something that she wanted to hard counter, she's doing it completely wrong. She's making herself look like an ignoramus if this was her, and I don't think this is what she wanted to do. If it was, she's totally making herself look like an ignoramus here. Because one of the big things that I focus on when I make any points about these platforms is the difference between a platform issue and a people issue. Never mix the two up. So the thing about Twitch and DMCA is a platform issue. I think it kills the competitiveness of the platform. What's going to happen as more people wake up to this and figure this out, they're going to want to be more than just Twitch streamers. And Twitch is going to, and even if they don't leave Twitch, their channels are gonna take a hit, like Mizkif was making fun of technically last night. Like Mizkif was making fun of in a recent Dexerto article about DMCA. I can't use good music because of DMCA. I gotta find that clip and watch it. Probably funny as all heck. But here's the thing: if people don't leave Twitch, the content's gonna take a hit. Which means Twitch will take a hit because the platform won't be as interesting because the content is getting watered down because everybody's worried about getting DMCA'd. I've seen some pretty ridiculous stuff in the last couple of weeks, all from Twitch streamers. Interesting. So, yeah. The thing with Twitch is that the house of cards is falling. People are going to find out the hard way what the Twitch marketers have done a lot of work to try and get them to not acknowledge. They're going to see the side effects of, and they're already seeing the side effects of Twitch not investing in what they need to stay competitive and just coasting along on their previous success as a streaming platform, as a gaming platform, etc., what their bread and butter is, and then getting caught without a plan by the RIAA and DMCA. Whereas Facebook and YouTube had plans. So now Twitch looks like the runt of the industry. And attracts, of course, some nerds at the RIAA who make an automated system to automate the DMCA process. Because Twitch was so behind the eight ball on this for so long. that it made sense that there was ROI, return on investment, identified by the business leaders that this was worth it. And now streamers get to reap the whirlwind of Twitch not taking initiative on this matter. There was actually something on Twitter. Let's bring that up. I got a couple of things on Twitter, actually. I actually need another Twitter tab in order to scroll over to this. I was making fun of this because once again, here comes... Oh, wait. So the Mizkif thing. Mizkif slams Twitch staff for DMCA issues after mocking his content. I gotta watch that. Twitter.com/MultimediaJay. Someone actually responded to Twitch support. Oh, okay. And this is why I won't return to streaming. Wow. Wrong pipe. This is why I won't return to streaming on Twitch due to DMCA issues and lack of growth. Wow, wrong pipe. Woo! Holy crap. If this was Twitch, my chat would be getting spammed with Smog W or, Pepe with a mask. Once again, no system, no plan, no support for creators except delete everything. Thrown to the wolves yet again. Twitch support on Twitter. If you streamed the Fortnite Nexus War event and you want to be cautious about DMCA risk from the music in that event, consider exporting, downloading, and then deleting any related VODs or clips. Please review our FAQ for any additional DMCA questions. And I'll throw a heart to Jake and Bake for making fun of this instantly. I got to watch more of his stuff and maybe, join his Discord or something. He seems to be pretty disgruntled at Twitch's lack of a plan for DMCA. But even though they've already been busted with clips that got people DMCA'd, still existing on back-end systems, even if they're deleted. So, and then those get crawled and strikes get issued or something. They say it doesn't happen, but we'll see. So, there you go. Big Fortnite event today. Or night shift today. Big Fortnite event. And Twitch comes out and says, there might be copyrighted music. Delete your clips and VODs. Because that's the only thing they have. They have no plan, no support. Creators once again thrown to the wolves. What a world we live in, right? And then there's the argument I got into on Zach Bussey's Twitter. Not with him directly, with someone in his audience. There's a new feature that's in the works on Twitch. And these are the kinds of ideas they're coming up with instead of fixing the DMCA. Twitch is about to test on December 7th a new feature called Community Boost, challenge tied to channel points that will enable you to boost your streamer onto the front page in the promoted placement that many have seen over the last few months. Basically, the first spot in the first thing you see on the Twitch front page. And I said this will just be the latest way in which Twitch biases everything towards the biggest creators and crushes everyone else. Who's always going to have the most channel points to win these slots most quickly? Oh, that's right, the big guys. So, instantly, an instant argument with a Twitch streamer. And I got to ask myself once again, why is it that Twitch streamers are so incapable of handling criticism? Why are they so bristly at stuff? Why are they so thin-skinned? It's outrageous. All the most dramatic things I've seen in the last several months, Twitch streamers over and over again, including accusations that this Twitch streamer versus YouTuber thing is fabricated by people trying to start drama. But in reality, it was the Twitch streamers that have fired the first shot. It's the Twitch streamers whose broken platform that needs YouTube to be its crutch, even before DMCA, was sending guidance to streamers to make YouTube videos for marketing and discoverability reasons. There is partner guidance actually officially rubber stamping this sort of thing. And now, post-DMCA, you have the de facto YouTubers who are barfing content onto YouTube because they're so afraid of getting DMCA'd that they want nothing on their Twitch channel. Nothing. So, there are VODs flooding into YouTube, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-hour videos. Not like there wasn't like the 10-hour video thing that is now considered, I think, a form of video spam, if I know my policies. But, look, this Twitch versus YouTube thing, fully legit. The Twitch people need to change, especially when they come over to Twitch, like we said before, and they start talking about VODs. They're called videos over here, and they've been called videos for 15 years. Leave the Twitch terminology at the door. Let's see here. And then that's when this all started shifting. So here's the thing. The argument that I have right now is thinly veiled Devin Nash talking points. Devin's the guy that will bust out the Gilbert Gottfried voice if someone talks about Twitch being more fair to small streamers and take things so absurdly into reductio ad absurdum territory, saying that, oh, you think Twitch should force people to watch crappy streams so everybody will have an equal amount of viewers. No, not at all. That's ridiculous. The thing is, though, if you actually stop streaming and you go under the hood of Twitch and you look at the way that Twitch is laid out versus YouTube, how YouTube has the stronger algorithms, the more mature systems, and an overall general direction of trying to get AI to match people up with content that they want to watch, including stylistically similar creators and things along those lines. That 2020 issues aside, YouTube overall is the best, is one of those once you know things. YouTube is more mature, more developed. It has its issues like any other platform, but you think about it, the emphasis on automated systems makes all the sense in the world because it filters out people's ability to play the system. Take thumbnails, for example. Take, for example, thumbnails. Thumbnail spam. YouTube could ban people for deceptive content, and they do. I've watched the Twitter accounts that have talked about people complaining they lost their account and the email says spam, scams, and deceptive content. So you can solve problems by either banning people left and right or by developing technology to make it no longer feasible if you're playing the system. And that's one of the reasons why I applaud things like the mouse over previews. The mouse over previews destroy neon thumbnails because people see instantly that your thumbnail was hammed up as clickbait. When you have this bright pink or bright green background with you making a funny face, you won't believe this. And someone mouses over and they see you sitting in your chair talking in a room with nowhere near as wild and crazy lighting. Bada bing. I actually support YouTube's efforts to technologically break anybody's attempts to play the system. I just don't want them to technologically break the cipher. Everybody's trying to do the right thing. But it's all a work in progress. And that's another reason, too, to be a part-time content creator and still have a real job somewhere. Do a little of both. So your eggs are not in that basket if some technical issues cause you to not get any views or your account to get suspended. So let's go to this Twitch thing. Twitch is selling something where if enough people contribute enough channel points during a limited challenge period, kind of like a hype train, the streamer gets to go into the promoted category under recommended live channels. Apparently it's going to scale so that big channels don't always win it all the time. But look, I don't think the scaling is going to be right. And this is what I was trying to tell this Twitch streamer, but when do Twitch streamers ever care what other people have to say? Instead of just cutting someone off and blabbering away at what they want to say and just not considering the points of anybody who disagrees with them. And then reinforcing this with snooty rules on their Twitch stream and on their Discord server. So I don't think Twitch is going to get the scaling right because I don't know if Twitch really gives a darn about making this something that anybody can work hard and have it pay off for them, no matter what size streamer they are. Because it's not just about who has the most channel points. It's also about size of the audience and the engagement. What kind of audience have you been able to get on Twitch or all your other social medias? Especially when you've got streamer after streamer after streamer. Let me bring up my Excel here for Twitchy the Talent Moocher. You have streamer after streamer after streamer who is where they are, not because of Twitch. They don't Twitch grind. Heck, there's enough names on this list we can go off of a lightning round here. Ooh, whoops, I just made the window completely the wrong size. Lightning round. Twitchy the Talent Moocher, Asmongold, YouTube, SFan TV, YouTube, and collabs with Asmongold. Mizkif, YouTube, Dr. Disrespect, YouTube, Dr. Disrespect could probably be removed from this list. Trainwrecks, YouTube and collabs, Devin Nash, Esports and Trainwrecks, Harris Heller, YouTube, Joanne Tech Lover, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Vindalia, Instagram, Ginny TTY, YouTube, Yugi TV, Ginny TTY, Austin Show, collabs, Cuco, Austin Show, Ninja, YouTube, Shroud, Esports, YouTube, XQC, Esports, YouTube, Amaranth, YouTube, Instagram, PewDiePie, YouTube, Alinity, Instagram, Summit 1G, Esports, YouTube, Lily Pichu, YouTube, Tyongi, YouTube, Instagram, collabs, Nick Merckx, Esports, YouTube. And that's who I have on the list right now of big streamers on Twitch. I learn about their origin stories and see if they're homegrown talent, and they never are. The only reason they're anything on Twitch is because they bring an audience from somewhere else, and so many commentators are telling people, grow an audience somewhere else and bring it back to Twitch, that it is the common wisdom these days. So, I don't think Twitch is going to get the scaling right. Their platform, the design, even how the front page is structured, where you can't see any different sections for stuff you already follow versus stuff the algorithm's trying to introduce you to. How long have I been saying that they need to fix that? And now they're muddying the waters even more with this thing. I don't think they're going to get the scaling right. When has Twitch ever supported the little guy? No. It's always about favoritism and letting big streamers with no show flow who coast on their critical mass just coast along with thousands of concurrents, even though they're not putting on a good show for their audiences when things break and they're like, stalling, pause champ, and they're like messing with the stream for like 15 minutes because they can't get their stuff together before they go live. Hello? Why is my camera not working? Pause champ. No. Here it is. You sit there for 20 minutes while 4 or 5 songs play on a go live screen for a streamer you like. You want to watch the stream, you want to have fun. Then the stream starts and it's this. Actually, yeah. Take that off and let's turn off the slate gradient. There we go. Black screen. Hello? What do you mean my stream's not working? Oh, there's nothing, the camera's not working. What the hell? I charged it last night. Pause champ. Trying to get this working. Unplug, replug the camera. Pause champ. That's entertainment. Maybe if you want to make fun of somebody. So, and yet, it just seems like it. I know there's a lot of work that goes on with some of these big streamers, but some of them are very much, they wonder why they're stuck at 5,000 concurrents while their friends get 10 or 20,000. They don't look at their own issues where they persistently have technical problems, they don't know what to stream, or they just want to stick with what works and play it safe instead of being audacious and trying something different. Then they go cry on Dr. K when it doesn't work out. It's just... Some meanie in the comments said something that hurt my feelings. Dr. K, will you have me on your show as a guest? Yeah. There's a flywheel effect on Twitch because of this elitism baked into the system. Just look at the directories. Look at how if you want to grow as a Twitch streamer, you have to play games essentially that not many people are playing, but there might be people that'll be interested that'll meet you and say hello and stuff like that. That's really the only way, and your results will be limited. It'd be like growing on Facebook even. And that's not because you're doing what it is you actually want to do on Twitch. It'll be because you're searching for a felt need, which basically is rudimentary marketing research. You're searching for a felt need that isn't properly being represented right now on the platform and trying to fill that niche. So you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what's going to get you numbers. And that's something I've stumbled upon. I found a niche on Twitch, and I've gotten some feedback from people that surprisingly, despite all of my brainiac nerd talks like this, people on Twitch actually want me to stream games. Even though everybody and their mother's uncle streams games on Twitch. It's oversaturated. Well, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. There's people that want me to stream video games on Twitch, and they like it when I do. I didn't think anybody, but well, you're just like everybody else. You're nothing special. But actually, I have people, even folks 9-to-5ers, who found my channel that are like, so when are you streaming something besides that nerd stuff that's all tech stuff, things like that I don't understand? When are you going to play some actual games? And I'm like, dude. So I have found a niche and people like it. And I've actually had people stop by and they reminisce in my chat for the Super Nintendo games like Super Mario Kart and stuff that I've been playing, because I'm the perfect age for it. Maybe I should skip the hair dye and look a little old, even though it is kind of a thing. I just dye my hair natural colors, so I fit in with the Twitch culture that, yeah, he uses hair dye, but it's actually more natural colors than purple. But I have found something on Twitch that is making people happy, and therefore I want to make my channel on Twitch exclusively about that. That means play some stuff, retro stuff, until we unlock affiliate. It's worked out quite well. I've seen some very happy people show up and they're like, oh yeah, I remember this game. Hey, do you remember the Neo Geo? And I'm like, this is cool. These are people that like what it is that I'm doing. We're having fun and things like that. Now let's make it so that if you binge watch my channel after the fact, like VODs or something, hey, who's this guy? Let's see what other stuff he's doing. You don't go from me playing Mario Kart to a very serious discussion about coronavirus. Or the election results. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's why we're here. We're going to be gutting the Twitch channel. We're going to take a break after we clear up this preliminary stuff as we approach the hour mark from all this recap. But I'm getting as much as of a show flow clown as some of these people are. But that's the thing, and that's what I'm looking for. Plus, let's not forget about Twitch's #1 problem, DMCA. From a platform perspective, Ashley Christ fans, it's not that streamers themselves should be super worried about DMCA. Streamers should be stepping back from the Twitch fiasco and saying, is there a better setup than this? Or can I try other platforms and see if, I like them better now that Twitch just keeps stumbling over their own feed over and over again? The answer is yes. Try YouTube, Facebook, maybe even DLive. Who knows? Especially if you're a small streamer who's not making full-time income. You can experiment. And if you're a Twitch affiliate who's agreed to that contract, you just don't stream on Twitch if you multi-stream. So if you got a multi-stream, try all the platforms at once except for Twitch. They have you on contract that your stuff will live on Twitch for 24 hours, so blow them off for a day. You have that was a real gulper. You have the freedom to do that. So, but anyways, you seem like you expect a lot from Twitch. Like you expect them to make every streamer be on the same level. That's not how it works. Some streamers work harder than other streamers. Give me a break. Grasping for reasons to snub people that you think aren't working as hard as you. Divide and conquer. One of the absolute reasons why Twitch culture is content creator poison. This will give you a bad attitude everywhere else you go. And it shows up, and I see this again and again and again from Twitch streamer after Twitch streamer after Twitch streamer after Twitch streamer. Stop attacking other content creators. Stop belittling them. Stop not wanting to understand why they disagree with you. Just stop. Just stop already. You're not helping yourself by attacking other content creators. Same thing with no self-promotion. Enough. The world doesn't revolve around you. You are not going to be the only creator. You're going to run into others, and you have to know how to deal with them without being afraid of them. This is the nonsense that Twitch has done to this scene. Stop enabling any platform, company, corporation, whatever, to divide and conquer the people that are involved in this scene, because you're just fishing for the tiniest little reason to take little swings at other creators. Just stop. It's not historical either. YouTube built itself up off of what are now called collabs, like there's something special nowadays. Let's listen to some more DJ Williams music, and when we come back, gut the Twitch channel. It's time. I've had enough of the nonsense. I've had enough of the lack of investment in technology to help small streamers grow. I've had enough of the elitism of Twitch streamers. I've had enough of Twitch streamers unable to take criticism. I've had enough of Twitch streamers crying and whining everywhere they can about whatever. I've had it. You know, I would rather watch some gray-haired, middle-aged folks on YouTube not be able to stream correctly because they're trying out streaming for the first time this year because they're bored working at home, 40-something years old, and they're thinking, well, I've gone through a couple of Zoom meetings. Maybe I can take this webcam and make YouTube streams or whatever. Seen some of those. Thanks, YouTube algorithms. After tonight, 3:55 at Jay's Geek House. My Twitch channel will be exclusively very niche, very focused on gaming, very play some stuff oriented, and right now, retro to the Super Nintendo era. Because that's what I've been having fun with. Bada bing. Just got the adapter this week to hook that sucker up to a Wiimote. So I can bring back my SNES controllers, not have to use that classic controller anymore. Muscle memory, here we come. That's one of the advantages of this new setup where you can click in OBS and actually pause or stop the music so it doesn't go into some kind of loop or anything when you don't want it to. Okay, we did just about an hour of recap with what's going on with this whole Twitch thing and stuff like that. But now I'm happy to report I have Google Chrome open and we're going to link that browser window up. Let's also get some music going. We are gutting the Twitch channel. Twitch is my sidecar. I go talking about how Twitch should be your sidecar, not your future, and I don't follow through on it. That's going to change. So let's actually get some music going here, and let's fire it all up. Vibe traps. Let me do this one. As soon as the drive spins up. All right, let's do this. Before we begin, though, I'm actually looking at something on my stream manager from Twitch talking about improving the reporting experience. If you file a report and an enforcement action is taken for the reason you selected, you'll receive an email confirming that action was taken. This is the next step in our ongoing initiative to provide greater clarity to the community about the reporting process. How does that not run afoul of privacy? Nearly every other platform that I've seen out there will not do something like this, because if I report somebody for bullying and harassment, and I get to receive an email, yeah, they were banned for bullying and harassment. Let's mute and stop and go to my video manager. If I report somebody for bullying and harassment and all this other stuff, and I find out about them, I know that somebody was disciplined for bullying and harassment. How's that not some privacy concern? You know, in corporate America, your disciplinary action is nobody's business, but the one issuing the discipline and the one receiving the discipline. So I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, I don't know how this will work for Twitch, but we'll see. I mean, they are trying to do some things, whatever they can do, they're trying to do. It's what matters to me is what they're not doing. And that is addressing the elephant in the room that is DMCA. Browser, nothing is linked up because we're actually going to change Avast Secure to Google Chrome, MultimediaJay's video producer. All right, let's make this happen. So, Twitch, for me, is going to be all about gaming. So, what that means is all the MultimediaJay radio style stuff goes away, all the MultimediaJay TV stuff goes away, and the only thing that's left is stuff related to gaming. Look at all this. We're getting rid of a lot of stuff today. Time to start some work here. Now, what about all of this stuff? Just about everything that I want to say some things about is already on YouTube in some form. The last one was that thing about Ginny and the whole communities thing and things like that. So let's make this happen here. Let me just see what one of these looks like first before we do this. Streamers not viewing a community. It's about audience versus fan base. Took it over to YouTube. It got 1 view on Twitch. This is a highlight. So just goes to show the issues. So when this is done, I only want my Twitch channel to include retro gaming for now. Not even the game streaming I was doing before I got into radio style or the behind the scenes stuff. I want Twitch to be all about play some stuff. And this, by the way, is me nerfing my channel, as the MMO folks would say, because of Twitch's failures as a platform. Mostly related to DMCA. So when I'm playing Super Nintendo games for the foreseeable future on this thing, which don't have any attempt at a licensed soundtrack, it's MIDI and stuff like that, then that would be the reason why. And actually, some people have been showing up and they're like, yeah, this stuff is cool, we like it. You know, I get people talking nostalgia with me about the 90s and 90s gaming in the 16-bit era, so don't know if I'll become the next navigator with gaming in the Clinton years type stuff here, but... So... Streamers not building community, it's about audience versus fan base. Delete the VOD. Oh, it only asks if you delete the highlights. Let's start the deleting spree. Okay, we ready? We'll leave. So we got some stuff related to Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World. We'll take out this highlight. And the highlights will be specific to that. Old Timer returns to the OG Mario Kart play some stuff. The heck? Hermanos Ranchero, BizBaz Studio. Oh! Yeah, this is the this is the mariachi song. I actually made a little clip for Yugi's Discord over on Twitch. Harris Heller's recent video. All of this stuff exists on YouTube in some form. The stuff that I want over there. So let's actually get rid of the highlights first, because we know that all the other stuff is going to expire. So, all right, YouTube answer to Twitch Prime. Goodbye. Answer to Twitch Prime, the full version. Goodbye. Look at all these view counts, too. Like, single-digit views. People are not going to Twitch to watch after-the-fact stuff. There is a thing, though, where I do acknowledge that if people watch something live, it'll nerf the view count after the fact. So, Devin Nash on Twitch. Whoops. Well, maybe that's one I wanted to keep. Well, that's the stream that's split up anyways. We can always bring that back with the past broadcast, though. We'll do that. We'll keep the Devin Nash thing, because that's still Twitch-specific. Matter of fact, we should make a highlight. We'll make a highlight to bring back part 2 later. That's actually something I should download and make a YouTube video about after the fact, or we could just... Yeah, we probably should do that. Rise of the Monster Cat affiliates. All right. All right, let's remake that highlight by going to past broadcast, because that's still around, right? Responding to Mr. Nash and Twitch affiliates. All right, how did this used to work? What did I use for this? 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds in. We'll keep that one. All right, so about 6 or 7 seconds in. Let's do 0, 0. Let's do 0, 4 to the end of the stream. Remake that highlight, responding to Mr. Nash on Twitch affiliates. It'll be a little confusing to some people, but I'm actually want to take those. I want to download those highlights. I want to download those highlights and make a YouTube video out of those. So the Devin Nash response we'll do something special with. All right, so while it's processing the highlight, let's go back to the highlights thing and let's put this back on screen here while it's working on that. We'll actually fix that later. Yeah, we want to keep the Devin Nash response. Rise the Monster Cat affiliates. Goodbye. Monster Cat affiliates, goodbye. Not fooled by GlitchCon, goodbye. None of this, by the way, for DMCA reasons. I use alternatives to commercial music. Now the election's over. Might want to keep that. We might want to keep that, actually, and export it, or download it, actually. Should just download that. Put it in the thing I have for that. Twitch DMCA Mageddon. Saga continues. Twitch DMCA. Yeah, the past broadcast got a decent amount of views, too. It's counting down, right? What is this? This is a new one. Oh, it's Knuckles by Slink. Haven't heard this one yet. Let's turn this one up. Let's delete stuff. Okay, Stuffy Rules Lists. Old radio style thing from October. This is the sort of thing that would be better off as a YouTube video. It wasn't a good idea to stream this. So, let's see. I think I want to use this as an opener for a stream. This is the work of Slink, by the way. Delete. World of Warcraft, level 49 problem. MultimediaJay versus Streamlabs Stream Hatchet. Oh, I remember that one. Stream Hatchet Q3. These are a lot of these things that should be on YouTube are already on YouTube. When doing the right thing keeps you small. That's better off as a YouTube video. For many of these topics, for a lot of the radio style shows, were evergreen topics that I could talk about at any time, or if I feel inspired again, I could just make, a crafted YouTube video from scratch. The lunacy if your channel isn't growing, it's dying. September. Discord ain't all that. Have I sent? Yeah, it should all be over on YouTube by now. Generic self-promotion section post. Let's save that. I know what that is. That's I'm live, I'm live. A little bit of some humor there. The coming Generation X Generation Gap. Don't even remember what that was about. That means it sucks. The Generation X Generation Gap is coming. Technology will fix Twitch mid-rolls. Keep in mind that everything that should be on YouTube is on YouTube now. Everything that and at this point, some of these older segments that I brought over would actually be why YouTube should be tougher on deceptive titles. I support Twitch mid-roll ads. Revisiting the silliness of no self-promotion. Twitch grinder. Some of this stuff doesn't... Let's see here. Start with family and friends. Terrible advice, new creators. Checking up on transcoding. Team Purple's tenacity knows no bounds. Many of these things are all something that exists on YouTube. The YouTube manipulation meta, anti-clickbait. Twitch launched a creator growth program. Manipulation meta on YouTube and other Friday musings, etc. Thoughts on S-Fan and stream life balance. Multimedia nerds take on Pokemon's double Twitters. It's content creator baggage. September. And a lot of these topics, if anybody is interested in me talking about them ever again, we could just do a YouTube stream or make a YouTube video about it. Many of these already exist. Just not in their long form content forms. And September, and Twitch culture's barriers to entry. Twitch things shut down. Recycled content equals someone doesn't understand YouTube. That's a response to Harris Heller. I'm slapping a desk. Why am I running out of highlights? Goes back only to September 4th with stuff getting deleted beforehand. I didn't receive a DMCA email. There must be older stuff. Highlights. Is there a limit? No, of course not. There just wasn't enough stuff. No. There just wasn't enough stuff on here. So a lot of the long form versions of this that have existed on Twitch. A lot of the long form stuff that has existed on Twitch has been, I guess I have a meme name now. Yeah, MultimediaJay. Content creators versus level 5 leadership. That's a YouTube video. 9 views. I wonder how many of these are from I fell asleep listening to How I Did and it just binge played my channel while I was sleeping and got views, because the view counters are primitive on Twitch. They're like what YouTube was many years ago. Content creations, parallels to American politics. So a lot of these long-term self-promotions should still be refined. A lot of these long-form shows, they just have recap and stuff, so it's stuff that's not really all that relevant to the topic, just stuff that's going on. Here's Heller's video. Walmart on gaming gear. I'm live, the silliness of self-promotion Discord sections. Jay's detrimental Friday live at 5. Full-time content creation versus side hustles. Passion jobs versus pain jobs. Careers are a luxury. Business pain, why for creators still having regular jobs. Passion, pain, jobs, and money. Inspired by Cuco, who doesn't want to listen to people who aren't her friends. Let's see here. She was playing, I think she was playing, I have her channel blacklisted on YouTube. Let me see this. She was playing metadata games, and that was the principal reason why I didn't support her stuff anymore. Yeah, she's got 34,000 subs now. 34,000 subs, she get 20... So here's... Let me just show you Twitch DMCA here. I deleted everything because of Twitch DMCA. 20,000 views. Otherwise, it's between like 9,000 or something. The art streams don't get... The art stream highlight videos don't actually get views. Why you should make stupid mistakes. So I actually stopped watching her content because of deceptive thumbnails and titles. So she decided to start clickbaiting to try and grow a YouTube presence, so I decided to stop watching. It's that simple. I might check out this whole thing with DMCA. See how she flipped out about that, but off stream. Let's see here. Hey, the stream's been demonetized, right? It always is if it's not gaming. Hey, what do you know? Typical YouTube. Alright, let's see here. Generic self-promotion. Multimedia Nerd's take on Tier 4 Bang Bang. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to send that over to YouTube. Just for laughs. See how many people... It's from August. So... Let's see. Why don't we just export that? Here's the luxury of exporting to YouTube from Twitch. Almost like Twitch... Yeah, almost like Twitch knows about their issues and inferiority issues. Crowdsourced content creator baggage. Adjustable content ID timestamps. I don't expect pandemic college to work. That's a YouTube video. Mizkif has the right idea. The discussion talking about Mizkif trying to revive his YouTube presence. There's the full radio style show. Trash that. How Twitch streamers ruin YouTube. Can't imagine the Twitch algorithms like me for saying stuff like this. My Facebook golden age is over. My skepticism towards Facebook gaming is something that should definitely be a YouTube video, not a stream. I don't think a stream can actually do this justice. Back off. Let's see. Hidden lesson from Harris Heller and Alpha Gaming. That's already something there. Extra clicks in the Twitch UI. Yeah, it killed uploads. Times change. My Facebook golden age is over. YouTubers aren't lazy. So what this does is that means that a lot of what's going to be in here is past broadcasts, and we'll see everything gradually change. Not enthusiastic about Facebook gaming. Not a fan of... And some of these other things, too. Why I tweeted Dr. Les Carter narcissism video. YouTube is overdue for a renaissance. And all these titles and stuff. Yeah, so the idea here is when this is all done, Twitch is a very limited retro gaming play some stuff channel. There's a special I did about Lindy and Pokimane situations. I don't think either of them really cared. As evidenced by their actions. Streaming sucks. One of my themes. I no longer support post-roll ads on YouTube. This one is obsolete. YouTube has fixed my issue with post-roll ads. Content creator baggage versus algorithms. Content creator introspection is awesome. These all the better ones have all become YouTube videos. The ones that weren't so great, we could just make YouTube videos about. Feedback loop. Stream Hatchet Donut Graph. We're back to August. Facebook games. Twitch should focus on highlights rather than clips. My big disagreement with Harris Heller. COVIDiots wearing masks in blue states. Tour day feedback loop in the future of YouTube. Content creator period. Do not accept labels. Hillbilly neighbors. Tech videos only. Stuck in the past. Wants the channel to die. Still true. There's some problems on YouTube with people that want to pretend that YouTube is still the only thing going on. When your audience wants your channel for some of these are ScroogeTube. My take on the Tyongi Twitch frustration situation. She's now a Twitch partner, so that weight is off her shoulders, but I really think that she has potential on YouTube. Her Samsung video still did incredibly. We could always check that out. I have that in the other browser, just not the live control room browser. Tyongi. Her most successful video is still her Samsung phone review, right? The one that's most YouTubeable and can be used to sell something. Sort by what's most popular. Bingo. Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra review. 3 months ago, 13,000 views. Her next most popular video only had 5.4K. So, I often wonder, though, with some of these Twitch streamers, how many of them just can't get over their egos that everybody's not watching their videos and only getting 5,000 views, while YouTubers can get like hundreds of thousands of views like the Angry Video Game Nerd. Of course, the AVGN has some really nice discipline to what it is that he does. So he's very consistent, and he even decided to get more consistent by having someone redo all of his thumbnails. So they're all a very consistent format. I'm thinking about thumbnails as DVD box art, so to speak. Streamers discoverability and evergreen feedback loops. Could not load video details because I just deleted it. Twitch Prime's Prime Gaming rebrand. Twitch versus the silent aging of YouTube. Evergreen content posts in self-promotion discords. This is Evening Land, isn't it? Yeah, I'm recognizing some of these tunes. Twitchy the Talent Moocher. Again, Twitchy the Talent Moocher. Not going to do an archive of the VODs either. MultimediaJay origin story and recreational content creation. Streaming versus baseball. Forgotten recreational content creators. Fake game set hit. Gaming headset mic. Still not out of August. You know, why is it taking this long just to delete a bunch of stuff off of my Twitch channel? On YouTube, I can just do check boxes and delete everything en masse. Now, again, the UI and whatnot. The problem with Twitch partners telling people to make YouTube videos. These are also archived streams, by the way, that we're getting rid of. So, Tiongi Twitch. Frustration situation, lessons from Yugi. Yeah, well, Yugi's had a lot of problems. She's gonna have more problems too because of Twitch DMCA. I think she's going to take the most damage from Twitch DMCA in terms of the entertainment value of her streams. So Ven, empathy for Tiongi, and other multimedia discussions. I think I already talked about Ven specifically. Multimedia Nerd, we'll just send it anyways. We'll save the first impressions of Ven to YouTube. It's probably already there. And it'll get flagged as a duplicate upload. Let me just check that. Ven. Not on live. Got to look up videos. No, actually, I never sent that over. We'll save that. Close 2 tabs. Close Tiongi's channel. Keep Huko's channel open. Delosaurus. Ha, Twitch take notice. Well, let's save that one for now. Proper perspective on the YouTube thumbnail scene. Shout out to Logan589XP, etc. The future of live, a YouTube creator insider. Yeah, so Twitch take notice is pretty awesome. Friday Live, Let's Talk Online Media. We can replay that at any time, do another react to it. Delosaurus. The irony of how creators are treated versus advertisers. Many of these. YouTube's abandonment of the individual. Streaming without streamers. This is taking way too long. Why can't we just mass delete or mass upload anything? Mass download stuff. Devin Nash was wrong about just add bots to get Twitch affiliates. Alright, just add furniture is gaming related. We're going to save that. Musical Mandela effect. That's just from the Lover host with Disguised Toast thing. Just add furniture. The ease of blacklisting streamers so you never see their content again. S-Fan stream break. Friday Light, yeah, don't we wish. YouTuber allure becoming a small streamer would be better off as a YouTube video. Disc Netflix, that would be better off as a YouTube video. Creator Insider on custom emojis. The ease of blacklisting YouTubers so you never see their stuff again. YouTube continues to challenge Twitch. Why comparisons with Asmongold can be apples and oranges, referencing stuff S-Fan was dealing with at the time. Big streamers, check your privilege. 21 views. There's the clip. pause. This was when? Close. And unmute the site. Discussions on his S-Fan radio channel. Technically yesterday morning. But it's nighttime to a night shift guy like me that's normally up at night, sleeps during the day. And it was yet another one of those behind the scenes, or should I say, behind everyone's back, complaint sessions about how... Does he even do that stuff anymore? I don't think that's relevant. Big streamers need to check their privilege. That would be better off as a YouTube video. So long. As we were. One last look at Mixer and my future on Twitch. About that Dr. Disrespect thing. Professional victims rant. Dr. Disrespect breaks his silence. And the last look at Mixer. The relaxing side of ESO is gaming related. We will keep that. Jay reacts to a YouTube discoverability video. That's already on YouTube now. Discoverability is a lie. There are only algorithms. Nice Star Wars parody. I forgot about that, actually. Road Forward for Linity, Ice Poseidon, the Irate Gamer. More on Twitch in the live streaming bubble. I put an apostrophe in there. YouTube has an audience and algorithm problem. I wonder where the Mixer streamers are going. Is this on YouTube? Yeah, this is the part where I say Twitch, 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 right? Mixer streamers. Hey, how come I can't see my own title? I wonder where the Mixer streamers are going. Exists on YouTube. Yeah, I thought so. This isn't the sort of thing that... Why would I settle for something that only got one view on Twitch when it can actually get passed around by YouTube's algorithms? So long. Get your cold ones ready. Still got a felt bottom, this darn thing. Problem with what Twitch thinks you may like. Oh, this goes way... This exists on YouTube, right? Back. Twitch thinks you may like. All caps. Twitch thinks you may like. Send that one over. It'll just get it'll get rejected as a duplicate video if it's it'll get rejected as a duplicate video if it's already on the channel. Do not delete. The problem with what Twitch thinks you may like. It's from July. We have to go back for that. Start and export. Streamlabs Q2, content creator baggage, discussion and numbers. These highlights should all be over there by now. With content creators, there is always more to the story. YouTube versus Twitch. So that's 3 months down, 3 more to go. And we see the shortcomings of the Twitch UI that every single one of these I have to click on. Ice Poseidon should not return to Twitch. Got 141 views on Twitch. The radio style show got 14. Well, let's get rid of that. Grass ain't greener on YouTube. Yeah, you're just swapping be a YouTuber to be a YouTuber, not because you want to stream. What the big guys won't tell you about YouTube. Well, by that I mean Twitch commentators. There are YouTube commentators that are YouTube specific that are much better. Your content doesn't suck if you have no viewers. About the Dr. Disrespect thing. Millennials have a lot to catch up on. Alright, dynamic stream montage. That contains music from Overclocked Remix, so we're going to delete it. So, #1 problem with streaming on YouTube. Next steps, options for Mixer streamers. Do your Mixer streamers know what you're going through? Life after Mixer. What a name. What a name for some of these shows, right? So what I think I'll do for many of these, for the stuff that exists over on YouTube, probably bring out some of these verticals as well. Consumer branding versus institutionalized prejudice. Now we're getting back to the Black Lives Matter thing in Juneteenth and confronting stupid stuff in our past. Transcoding matters. Twitch affiliate program versus the world. Examining the rise of Facebook gaming, Mixer's golden moment. Slink. Yep, how'd I guess? Beware the YouTube clickbait crackdown. No views. Recent rise of Facebook gaming. Of course, I've followed up on that anyways. What OBS can do to live audio. PS5 is a plastic taco. Twitch copyright Mageddon, and Mixer's golden moment goes to primetime. Mixer's golden moment. Yeah, Mixer shut down. The problem with transcoding. This kind of gets back to what I wanted to do with these streams anyways, is do stuff instead of talk about stuff. React content the next minefield. Streamers and their fans should vote with their wallets. Free publicity when streamers play music. These should all be clips and stuff that exists over on YouTube by now. How younger millennials can be sitting ducks to Twitch copyright Mageddon. Younger millennials. What is it? 243? Yep. How younger millennials can be sitting ducks to Twitch copyright Mageddon. Should actually be Twitch DMCA Mageddon nowadays. Trash that clip. Copyright Mageddon. Gaming videos and gaming streams. What's this one? And is it too negative to have on a channel that's about nostalgia and retro gaming? Oh, that song's cool. I'm going to start it over here. Another problem with gaming videos and gaming streams. What was this one? Let's see here. With that, because Greek was unbanned. Typical Twitch favoritism. But that's going to be that with that, because sunrise approaches. And actually, I have a couple extra things I have to do tonight before I can actually call it a morning. Getting things ready for some stuff that's be shipped back. And I actually have to take a road trip into work, technically this evening. Take care of a few things on the way in that I didn't take care of on the weekend because I was doing things like that wonderful podcast earlier and streaming and getting the chores done a day in advance. So Greek God X, the reason why I don't follow him on Twitch is because he has gone on banning sprees in other people's chats, where if you upset him with something, you're banned in like 5 or 6 different people's chats. That's not the mindset of a person I want to follow. I want to follow people who are level-headed and listen to people, not, you say something that upsets them and now you're banned in 5 or 6 big streamers' chats. So he's one of those streamers I traditionally do not associate with, no matter how good or how nice he is on stream. Because if you're one way on stream and you're somewhere else, and you're another way somewhere else, that's baggage, and that's a reason for me not to watch. And streaming a bit more, and actually getting more people streaming with the podcast than I do with the gaming streams. And this really speaks to the unfortunate problem with gaming entertainment, is that people are just so I wouldn't say attuned, but they are so desensitized to it that even when you decide to put in some thoughtful commentary and make it like a really good gaming video on YouTube, people still write it off. And I think the roots of this started a long time ago, when we entered that phase on YouTube many years ago, when folks like Review Tech USA and the rest of them were padding what otherwise would not have been videos with completely unrelated gaming footage. I think that's where the slippery slope began. Hashtag gaming video hate. We'll save this one. We'll save this one over to the YouTube channel. Don't know if we'll bring it back or not, but yeah. So an interesting thing about the whole gaming video hate thing is that people actually will do that. Let's see, where was that? Asmin Turbo. Gaming. It probably already exists. Just send it over. It'll just get flagged as a duplicate upload. Don't Tell Trainwrecks Part 2. Delete that. Persona the Irate Gamer. MultimediaJay versus Asmin Turbo. So part of the problem with all of this is, I was reacting to how fast Asmongold talks in his early videos. So we can can that. Personas and social media. Twitch, YouTube, Mythos. World of ESO Craft. Now, this is a gaming stream, so we'll do that. Daggerfall Overlook. Orc. Name is MultimediaJay. Oh, look, an elf. Hidden Zelda reference. Some traditions must end. Which one is this? Oh, that's from when I stopped putting my name on this stuff. Blah thumbnails on YouTube. That's an actual demonstration of my YouTube has discovered a problem too. Problem I have with cancel culture, nonsense millennials deal with. Lauren Lockhart, Antiquarian Apprentice. Revisiting Mario. Now we're getting back into the gaming and stuff. Importance of context in Twitch discipline. We'll get rid of that. We can make a video about that later if we feel like it. The infamous Twitch Trust and Safety Council. YouTube ad blockers, slow algorithms. Why Twitch's disciplinary systems focus on context. See. Don't agree with Squad W. Maybe we should leave that. Maybe we should leave that. See if anybody's here. Raid baiting. Why don't we just leave that as well? Cranking Paladin to 11 by adding a little WoW. Maybe I said I'd send this to Mizkif. Origins of Rusty Deadbolt Gaming. Don't screw it up. I screwed up. Oh, yes, so how? Okay, now we're getting back to gaming stuff. YouTubers not your friends. What's Daily Motion up to? We can trash that. Curious about the CBS Viacom merger. How I know e-tailers are struggling. All this content stuff. All right, let's get this going again. I want to use that Misty song from Slink on a stream somewhere. The problem with picking apart... Slink likes to use gaming sounding noises and stuff. Picking apart YouTubers in the era of live streaming, that's growing channels via controversy. Mechanical versus insane membrane keyboards. I want this channel to be gaming specific. Twitch Rookie has to acknowledge the change. Let's play Trials of Mana. Oh, really nice thumbnail. Ah! Hold on. No. Stop. Hit the right button here. I'm getting tired. Let's see what this is again. Haven't seen. This really shows just how I've developed the stream. This really shows just how I developed in the last several months in terms of getting a camera with a decent frame rate and, improving the lighting of all of this when I'm streaming in the middle of the night. I got some real silhouette dreams from going back to the beginning of my involvement. So I was hoping that this could be the stream that I did for quite some time tonight. But we're up to just shy of 2 hours here. I just wanted to, and of course I'm not going to play any music for this. I just wanted to wrap this up with just a quick discussion, something that's a little bit more YouTube friendly before we call it here with all of this. So, over the years I've watched as people stopped watching gaming videos on YouTube, started watching Twitch streamers, and then eventually stopped watching Twitch streamers that stream video games. And nowadays what we see with Twitch is that just chatting and IRL is gaining in popularity. And this is on YouTube. It doesn't need to stay on this channel. Let's play Trials of Mana Part 2. That's actually a game stream. Stuck with a Yeti Nano. Yeah, I wanted to switch away from Yeti mics. Still have the equipment to do that. Valorant and the Twitch Bowl effect. Gaming related, but it's commentary. Archive. Twitter recap and the Blue Yeti aftermath. Done with Blue Yeti microphones. We can get rid of that. Don't mess with Angela. That's demonetized on YouTube. Let's play Trials of Mana Part 1. So these are actually streams. What kind of music did I start with? This is the original MultimediaJay TV. This is an archive stream. Yeah. Overclocked remix. I might actually delete that. I might delete that and just start the game over. Drops in the Valorant affects ESO ASMR. So the issue... Alright, see. Kicking the tires of the new internet service. We can take off the archived from that. So I was new to Twitch highlighting back then. Just change it to ESO. Continue the focus on the games. Why wear sunglasses indoors? Yeah, so we don't have to reference things as archived anymore. Play some stuff. ESO. We don't need to say archived anymore. Oh, this is early Twitch for me. Including some stuff that can go to YouTube. What did this look like? Let's see. Those are overclocked remixes, by the way. ocremix.org. Scenery, you got plenty of light, and you have a substantially better lit up host to this, and you have some guy wandering around wondering what the heck you're doing. What more do you need? Obviously, these must be new. These are early streams. I should send them over to YouTube. Just as kind of something for people to compare. So, you know, I don't agree with no self-promotion rules. Anything goes narcissism phase. Twitch streamers treat the games they stream. Field testing ESO's new combat system on the test realm. Oh, look at how silhouetted this is. I mean, I had the plant light going and everything, but oh, this is brutal. I don't even want to touch live. Let's do that. Elder Scrolls Online. We're going to start out with... Let's give Mr... It says it's already running. Hold on. That's because it's already there. Elder Scrolls Online PTS. Yeah, it's from way back when. Archived. I thought Twitch would have a problem with me saving streams. Take off those stupid archive tabs. What are we back to? April? ESO shock it and checks out combat changes in the PTS. Moose Thunderbear, the Healer Ranger. April Fool's Day stream with the Trials of Mana demo. This actually exists over on YouTube. So I actually sent the VOD over. And I think that's it. Because of the wacky stream of MultimediaJay. First impressions of the Trial of Mana. Oh yeah, the parody of the wacky world of MultimediaJay. The problem is I completely failed the publicity, or think about what the audience might think. If you talk about having a wacky stream, they might tell you to go see a doctor. Okay, Boomer, Google Speakers. Oh, yeah, that's right. Did it trip? Okay. Seal of Command and ESO, Orc versus High Elf, ding, 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 ding. So, the old stuff that's still on here, I'm going to leave, and it's going to expire. Paladin 102. And then we're back down at the bottom to this. And this is from before... This is all from before I started doing non-gaming content on Twitch. Okay, good. Here's the uploads from the upload experiment in 2016 that, howdy Twitch, my hello video got 122 views. But Twitch does not have the system that actually lets you be seen if your video's too old. It's not built for evergreen. It's not built for evergreen stuff. So now we have a gaming-centric with very few non-gaming stuff. Oh! Harris Hell. Oh, yeah. We're talking past broadcasts here. This is like past broadcasts. Old-timey games, streamer community. So now we can take a look at this. YouTube's working on an answer to Twitch Prime. So we're gonna keep the other stuff that's going to expire. Which goes back to October at this point. It'll eventually expire. We're gonna keep that for now. No clips, right? Do all videos. Now, I'll figure out what to do with the rest of this. But as it stands, my Twitch channel is now primarily a gaming channel, playing to the strengths of Twitch, the bread and butter of Twitch, which is games. And specifically, we will focus on games that have non-licensed soundtracks and things along those lines. There we go. So, what does it look like now if I go to my channel raw? Well, it'll start playing the Super Mario Kart thing. Back to... No, let's go to my channel. This Misty song, I want to use it in the next gaming stream. But you still look at... So, when this is all done... And we can actually go back to that. Here it is! Check out this Super Mario Kart stream from 3 days ago. Old Timer returns some old-timey games. Started with Mario Kart and went off to other Super Nintendo games. But there's people that want to see me stream games on Twitch, not this other stuff, so we're going to cater to that. These are past broadcasts that will expire, and they'll eventually go away on their own. So it'll be a subtle transition, and here's the streamers I'm recommending. Hune is a very friendly art streamer. She also does cosplay as well. Vindalia, single mom, battles some medical things here and there. Friendly, shy person. Late night to sunrise streamer usually. Quirky Pixel, one of my favorite multimedia meta discussions on the Team Purple side, assuming she isn't warming up to what YouTube has to offer these days, and the KIRLs are off to the side. Megan Yeah! Megan Yeah is the premier multi-streamer that I've run into so far that isn't an organization like Ven. She streams on multiple platforms at once, Don't know where her counters went though. But the fun part is to see something besides talk shows and podcasts in here. Talk shows and podcasts will eventually drop from this list, and it'll be just games. So, because we can do all the talk shows and podcasts we want over on YouTube. That's what happens when you square off the platforms against each other and decide to go with who's good at what. You find out who is good at what, and you adjust things accordingly. So let's keep in mind what the issue was with DMCA as we wrap things up at 4:47 in the morning, Jay's Geek House time. So, here's why we did this. The Twitch channel is primarily a gaming channel, and it will continue going in the direction of being a gaming channel. Now, there's a very... let's see, close this. I want to watch that other one after the show. The reason why we did this, there's people that want me to stream games on Twitch. So what I'm going to do, this Super Nintendo stuff, is how I will unlock affiliate. I'm going to meet felt needs in the Twitch community, and I don't want people seeing all this other stuff. They can come to YouTube if they want to see my commentaries. So the commentary side of what I do on Twitch is going to wither away, so to speak, with the expiration of those past broadcasts, and by then there will be a ton of gaming content, and mostly related to nostalgia and meeting felt needs in the Twitch community. Although, if I ever want to stream a game because I want to stream it, even though it's popular, I want to have that option too. My only goal on Twitch is affiliate, so 3 concurrent viewers, and if I need to, I can smartphone my way into that. Some people talk on Reddit about doing that sort of thing. It's the sort of thing where, you know, you won't have an audience afterwards, but I have been getting an audience with retro games, just a small one. But enough to become an affiliate. Just gotta, you know, put in the time enough to raise the averages over 3, and it's there. So I'm at like 2.8 or something right now. Why don't I actually check that? And once affiliate is over, I don't care about what happens to my Twitch channel. I don't want to be a Twitch partner. So once affiliate is over, I am done with any kind of trying to achieve. I'm not going to go for partner. Not really interested in partner. I would have to have the worst partner. Twitch would probably pretzel themselves trying to come up with a partner contract that I would actually sign. So my only goal on Twitch is Twitch affiliate. So what we'll do is weekends retro streaming. Super Nintendo era to start, because there are some games that people are not streaming at all for some strange reason. They're not totally obscure, unpopular games. But I think that once I get affiliate, then we'll start getting very adventurous and playing various games that are not highly represented, or they're represented by people that either are not contemporary to the generation, so they're too young to really remember the 90s. They're kind of just, you know, anachronizing things a bit. But I want my Twitch channel to have character separate from the YouTube channel. YouTube gaming is on the rise as well. I can play my MMOs on here, as you all have seen. But in terms of getting established on Twitch, I think what I want to do is I actually want to just serve felt needs in the community, so to speak. Games that are not properly represented, generations that are not represented, like me being a little older, and not going over the top like Dr. Disrespect did before he got banned. So that's really my objective on Twitch at this point. Get affiliate, and then play all kinds of different types of games besides all the popular ones everybody's trying to play, and become a big streamer. And of course, we have YouTube available as well. I have everything that Twitch partners have on YouTube. I just don't have it set up yet. And all of this, by the way, I want to bounce up against what I make for videos, because there are some things that are better off in streams and some things that are better off in videos. So this has been the gutting of the Twitch channel. It is now primarily a gaming channel, and it'll stay that way so long as Twitch continues to spin its tires. I don't even want to be a gaming channel of risky games, like games with licensed soundtracks, so no Grand Theft Auto 5, unless I turn off the music and just use the custom radio station to bring in my own. But this is the problem. Twitch built itself on streamers and video games. So if there's any kind of intimidation away from streaming games, it's intimidation away from Twitch's bread and butter, what built the platform. And I know there's non-gaming categories that are growing, but hey, YouTube's already better at the non-gaming stuff and a lot of other stuff too. So the showdown between Team Red and Team Purple continues to heat up. And DMCA continues to dog the purple team. I don't want to dance on the grave of Twitch if they go under, but it would suck if it was just YouTube and Facebook. So we'll see what happens. Social media is youtube.com/MultimediaJay, twitter.com/MultimediaJay, twitch.tv/MultimediaJay, multimediajay.radio style, multimediajay.wordpress.com, and MultimediaJay TV on Instagram. Until next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.